All right, so this is the last go around for the etheric dramas. So the discussion is, who does not like to apologize, who needs to apologize, and there's people out here that just simply do not like to apologize. To be honest, I'm one of them, but if I do have to apologize, I will. And when I apologize, it is honesty. And in that, it's going to bring up fake apologies and, and real apologies and things of that nature. But who does not like to apologize, right? And if they do apologize, is it really an apology? This topic has come through with many artists. Accept the apology, don't apologize. You have to listen to music to know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, shit, Anita Baker made a whole song talk about she apologized. That's classic though. That's how many levels, it comes through. That's not in the genre of rap. Alright, so anyway. Oh boy. Going with the flow. So here goes that Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy that needs to apologize. That came right out of there. It needs to be, this is an apology that requires a real emotional connection and tapping. Okay? So it's some water signs out here that need to apologize. Okay? They need to get on there and need to bake us real quick. They need to, do you accept my apology? But then we have some who don't like to apologize. So there's some water signs that don't like to apologize also, but they damn sure need to. Alright, so he comes back out. Here goes the good old King of Coins that pops out. This is that earth or water energy. Okay, so there may be a water sign that needs to apologize. Or there may be an emotional apology that needs to take place. And if you're thinking about this, this is a yes card. So, this could be an earth sign with underlying fire with a lot of water. This is an emotional apology that needs to take place. Okay. Okay. And he probably does not like to apologize. Okay, and that's fine. All right, so the politics and then the nothingness. So first and foremost, this is the politics, okay? This is the chitter-chatter, the gossip, the shenanigans, the politicking, that kind of thing. And that's what the apology needs to be about. So this particular individual really needs to look into the things that they said, the things that they did, the things that they felt in a politicking, how they was politicking out here. And because at the end of the day, all of this still amounts to a whole lot of nothingness. Okay, all of the shenanigans that's coming from this earth, fire, water energy here with the way this individual is communicating is the communication is to create a whole lot of nothingness at the end of the day. And the thing is crazy that will bring this individual into the need of apologizing is because all of the shenanigans and the backstabbing energy and the foul things this individual has said and interacted with, what does it mean? The trying to the gossip and conversation of whoever this individual is. This could also be an earth sign dealing with a water sign, or somebody with dominant in water energy, or with an emotional connection, and is a backstabbish, sneaky, foul energy where the conversation is, oh, this individual is nothingness. If you have to prove, and this is why the apology is necessary, even in the conversation of speaking and thinking and wanting the individual to have nothingness amongst, other thieves. You understand? Like, you may speak it, you may even create the nothingness, but you still gonna have to, that individual still has to apologize. still has to apologize because it's out of balance, it's out of whack, and it was all some sneakiness. It's not like the individual came to the person or spoke to the person or had a real connected emotional communication with the individual, like, listen, you're nothing to me. No, this is somebody that, you know, is a petty Betty. You got everything that you want, everything that you need. You know, you sneaky, you wicked with it, conniving with it, foolery with it. This is the type of individual that'll do all of that and kick it with everybody else to tell you and tell everybody else that you're nothing to them. Yet they won't tell you to your face. They'll do little sneaky, foul, conniving shenanigans instead of just keeping it 100, like, oh, you nothing. And the thing is, let me see something here, because this individual is going to have to apologize at some points in the game, like, real, right, sorrow, intensity, and past life. So first off, let's get this clear. This king of coins here with this underlying fire energy, and I'm just doing general, not even birthday, so we're gonna say Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. The underlying issue is that they're gonna deal with sorrow for it, and this is what's gonna bring the emotional tapping and the need to address the sneaky, conniving, manipulative behavior that creates this energy of nothingness. Now, right now, because of that, there's a lot of intense energy. So, you know, this talks about this Knight of Wands energy, right? And when you talk about this Knight of Wands energy coming underneath the politicking and the things that this King of Coins has decided to discuss, you know, foundation, his sorrow, has caused groups of individuals to want to take action, and they're gonna walk right into the same sorrow with the individual. Okay, now this is something that's happened this is a life cycle thing. This is something that is not new. Now when you're dealing with the earth, you're dealing with the physical reality. This is not a discussion of you know, the spiritual realm. When you're talking about the nothingness, okay, this is a major arcana. When you're talking about past lives, this is a major arcana. This is life cycle issues. This is something that can end and start life cycles, you understand, and create unnecessary sorrows, because the person is a petty Betty, and a person is sitting there politicking how they politicking, and it's about, you know, it's creating something where there's nothingness for another individual. They're not realizing that, you know, they're looking at nothingness. Well, if you're looking at it from my perspective, so it really would look like this. They're looking at the same nothingness that they're discussing. So they have to understand how that goes. Now, anyway, we're going to look at one more row and see what the sorrow is with this earth sign here that's taking place, and this, you know, this fast action and movement. Okay, and the thing that's crazy is that when you're dealing with this Knight of Wands energy, it's facing in the opposite direction of the past lives and into sorrow. So, you know, in here with the politic and how they politicking, listen, they politicking and things is moving pretty darn fast, right? Fast into sorrow, because while they're doing that, they're not understanding and comprehending and processing that there's an etheric connection that takes place. And so they're not understanding that they are literally running in the opposite direction of their past life experiences. If you're down here, you're in your earth energy, you're glamorous, you're beautiful, you're doing all you're doing, you're getting your money, you're doing what you got to do, and you out here politicking a whole bunch of negativity, yeah, you're going to come into sorrow. You're not going to be aware of why you're coming into the sorrow, and you're not going to understand how fast you and this, you know, the ones that you are communicating with, all of this negativity is going to run into sorrow. And so therefore you don't address that this is a cycle of events that take place, and this is in the ethers. This is not even in the physical. That's why I came down as a major arcana, because this is beyond that. And so people have to pay attention to that when they're doing that. Watch how you politicking when you politicking. How about that? Okay? And then you have suppression. So you have this 10 of Wands, right? So in this, you're talking about a life cycle that's being ran away from. And it's suppression. Everybody should be running away from the concept of suppression, but not using a negative force to get it done. Okay? So that's what this king of coins needs to understand when he's politicking. And when he's trying to express that something is nothing to him, it means nothing. Things mean nothing. You're not paying attention to cycles. You're not understanding that this is a cycle of suppression that's going to take place because you think you're running from it by politicking all of this shenanigans. At the end of the day, underneath the sorrow is the control. This is the King of Swords. This is also an underlying fire energy, right? So, this is a material being, and sorrow will take place when pushing out and politicking sideways, let's say. Okay? Let's say the politicking sideways here. And there will be sorrow, and there will be loss of abundance, and that will bring a possessive energy to the table. And that could overwhelm because this is more air at the bottom. So you have the Nine of Swords here. That's a discussion of stress, aggravation, loss of sleep, frustration, bad dreams, right? And then you have this King of Swords. So this is more air, okay, involved. If we're dealing with the people cards or the court cards, you're talking about underlying fire energy with a lot of air. So you blowing it out. This is a lack of action, a loss of action, a loss of creativity, a loss of movement that takes place at the underlying, and this causes an aggression. It causes an aggression and a stale kind of energy when it comes to this. So this is a masculine energy that really needs to understand. Like this earth sign gets into the emotions, and when it get into the emotions and it's not in balance, it may create a lot of nothingness, brings upon sorrow, sneaky politicking, conversation, pushing concepts, right? It's a past life, a cycle of shenanigans, and it brings an aggressive energy down here in this frequency and an intense movement amongst other people towards particular energies, towards himself. So you see how the cycle goes. If you have past lives, this is talking about cycles in general, but in the ethers, and this brings these cycles towards that same individual. Energy starts to move fast, and then they start to deal with suppression, okay, and being overwhelmed. This is a 10 of Wands. They start being overwhelmed and stressed out and frustrated and needing relief. So that energy in that conversation, with whom they politic with, like, be mindful of how you politicking. It's just that simple. Be mindful of how you politicking, and understand that if you're in this frequency here, right, you're full of everything that you need in reality, and you're manifesting, and you can create a whole lot of love vibration or a whole lot of nothing, right? Understand that if you're creating a whole lot of nothing here, then you're going to bring upon sorrow to yourself. If you're politicking all kinds of wrong and communicating all kinds of wrong, being sneaky, conniving, and foul, right? You're going to deal with the cycles from the ethers, right? And this is going to bring this aggressive energy because things is going to come to you fast. It's going to be real fast paced, but you're going to end up overwhelmed. You're going to end up overwhelmed. And so this is why this particular individual, in a higher frequency, if you're in your highest frequency, in your earth energy, your earth fire energy, then you need to find it within your heart to understand that it's necessary to apologize at this point. The lack of apology is going to create this whole lot of nothingness, especially if you know you're dead wrong, right? And there's nothing wrong with the apology as long as the apology is genuine, and the apology comes with the concept and understanding that one is not going to do the same thing again. Do not apologize if you know that you're prone to do the same things again. It makes no sense. So this is something that You know, these earth signs have to kind of look into earth signs with fire, underlying fire dominant energy, with air energy, yeah, with a nice little bit of air energy in there. Pay attention to how you communicate, and pay attention to your actions. Pay attention to what you're trying to manifest and how you're trying to manifest it. What you talking about, what you thinking about, who you politicking with, who you talking about, the nothingness and that. Because understand that these cycles is real. So when you put that energy out, even in your highest vibration, especially in your highest vibration, you'll definitely manifest a whole lot of nothingness, and you'll definitely manifest a karmic cycle. And it's definitely something that this individual has done past lives, this life, and God knows how many other past lives. So anyway, deuces and smooches. Talk to you later. It's the etheric drama, and that's who needs to apologize.